Hello everyone, I am Taureor, and welcome to my newest Hearts of Iron 4 video. Today we're going to see if we can beat the Germans and the Soviets as Poland without any research whatsoever. No research, no technologies, no doctrines, nothing. So, let's go. Regular difficulty Ironman mode, historical focuses. Start now. Ironman Poland 4. Now, no research seems like a small thing, but we will get none of these bonuses here. We will get none of the doctrine bonuses, well, apart from the first one that we already have, but that's entrenchment, so it's almost useless. We'll get no encryption and decryption bonuses here, and no production boosts. This is actually going to make us significantly weaker. Let's see if that is enough to destroy us. So, first, strengthen the Polish state. We're going to be flipping ideologies because otherwise this will probably be pretty much impossible. And let's start with building lots and lots of military factories. Just infantry equipment 1, and that's all we're going to be producing all the time, and some convoys with the dockyard that we have. Okay, let's speed the game up and unpause. We're going to train some units. I think I'm going for a full army group. So we have 40 units at the start, so let's add 80, that's 120, which is one full army group. We're training cavalry because it's faster to deploy. Remilitarization of Rhineland. And we strengthen the Polish state, which gives us enough political power to hire an advisor. Now, we could go communist and ally ourselves with the Soviets, or we could go fascist and ally ourselves with the Germans. We do have to play them against each other. I think we will get a better result if we briefly befriend the Germans. Temporarily, of course. So, Roman Dmowski, the fascist demagogue, here we go. And our next focus is going to be defensive focus, then Polish militarism. Defensive focus gives us a bonus to factory construction, and this gives us manpower. But we're fine with getting this first, it's not going to be a big difference, and we will have sufficient manpower. Let's open up political discourse, and now Polish militarism. Spanish Civil War, no concern of mine. Polish militarism, here comes the manpower. And finally, Polish revanchism, we need that for faster war goal justifications. Fascist assault divisions, wonderful. This brings our fascist support to 38. Once we go over 40, I will discredit the government. That will give us a few more percent. Not a full 10, because it detracts from the current government and adds to all the others. Alright, I guess that's a good time. Let's discredit the government. 45%. When we reach 50, we'll be able to do the referendum. Polish revanchism is done. And that's it. I'm not going to do any more focuses for now. We need that political power for other stuff. Keep deploying these ahead of time. And we do have some army experience, so let's modify our infantry division to just be a straight up 20 with infantry, with no support. And we are at 50% support for fascism, so let us hold a national referendum. And there we go. Now we're fascist, we can join the Axis if we so choose, and we will start justifying a war goal on Romania. Why Romania? Well, because Romania is guaranteed by Czechoslovakia, and with this move we will take out both of them with one war goal, which will weaken the Germans, give us more land, factories and manpower, and give us access to Hungary for later. Although I'm not sure we will do anything against Hungary. I might go straight against the Germans after this. We'll see. Keep deploying units. Anti-combatant pact, sure, why not? Let's go to war economy, because we need to do that before declaring war, because once we declare war, our war support will go down, and we won't be able to switch. Do you have any extra skills? No. Deployed all the cavalry. Let's switch it to infantry. And now I should be able to switch about 4 of you to mountaineers. It's not a huge bonus, but mountaineers will be useful. A lot of the fighting will take place in the mountains, so a few divisions of mountaineers won't hurt. Let's promote General Anders. Give him the good traits. I'm gonna need some more manpower, but I also need an infantry expert. Let's see, how long until the war goal is ready? 60 days. That means 120. Yeah, I should be able to do both. Let's switch to limited conscription and then hire an infantry expert right before we attack. How are we doing on those infantry weapons? Not that great, but we should have enough to beat these guys. It is time to prepare our orders. So what we're gonna do is try and take Czechoslovakia out first. I will prepare a trap. Not sure if it will work, because they're not that aggressive with their AI. But let's try it anyway. So this is my trap. I'm going to leave this space empty and hope that they move in there. They might also not do that. In that case, we'll have to either just attack or push them a little bit and then retreat, which should prompt them to counterattack us. Let's see if it works. Also, I'm going to join the Axis right before attacking, which should make Czechoslovakia move some of their troops to the German border, thus leaving them vulnerable here. But we'll see about that. Chinese United Front. Not my problem, we're not doing anything with that today. Our war goal is ready. Should I wait until I have the infantry expert? I think so, yes. Let's wait a couple more days. There it is, 150. Let's hire an infantry expert. Join the Axis. Slow the game down, unpause for just 1 hour, so the Germans accept. There we go. And now immediately declare war on Romania. They should be joined by Czechoslovakia. Let's speed up again. And they have been joined by Czechoslovakia. Okay, so Czechoslovakia will either sit here and do nothing, or move into our trap, or move their troops to strengthen the German border. Let's see what they do. Okay, they are moving into my trap, which is great. Move in as far as you can. Leave gaps in the front lines. That is perfect. Go on, go on. Let's give them a bit longer. Romania is quite aggressive, but we should be able to hold, and we'll deal with Romania after we're done with Czechoslovakia. Okay, now we should be able to easily move into their territory and destroy them. Let's give you guys new orders. And go aggressive on everyone and activate all of them. Now, even being in a faction with the Germans means lots of Czechoslovakia's troops are here, which is going to help us significantly. We should be able to crush them pretty much everywhere. See, they are surrounded here, and if we can cut them off, the troops here will just die because they will be attritioned. Nevertheless, they are stretched so thin that we should be able to just get in between their troops, like here. See, just move down south and cut them off. See, this is working out great. Looks like I should redo these orders now. Now, of course, we do not want to call the Germans into the war. They would just steal our territory, and that would be bad. Alright, that should work out nicely. Move our planes closer to the action, and go. Romania will get into our territory a little bit, but that's not a problem. We want to trap them as well. And now we can pretty much afford to do focuses again, but we don't want much. We're just going to do the ones that give us stability. This is undefended. You just go in here. Stuff is happening in China, but we don't really care. Oh, can you rush Prague? If you can, we just win. Well, no, you can't rush Prague, but what if I use all of you to rush Prague? Yeah, this is looking promising. Nope, they're moving troops to defend. Pity, we'll lose this guy. And Prague is left empty. Foolishly. And it's ours. Thank you very much. I'm just going to annex everything. That deals with Czechoslovakia. Now, Romania time. Let's try and make a pocket for the Romanians. Soon we will move against the Germans, just not yet. Alright, the trap is pretty much ready. Let's cancel this front line and move you guys off a little bit towards here. Now, this should theoretically prompt the Romanians to attack and pour into our territory and subsequently let us cut them off. Romania seems uninterested in going into my trap. Let's push them a little bit down here. Maybe that will prompt them to counterattack. No? What if I give you a bit more room? Come on, Romania. No? What if I just move off for a moment with everyone? Ah, that's better. Okay, they're moving in. Now, for the trap to be successful, they need to put a lot of troops in this area. But ultimately, whatever they do, we should be strong enough to counterattack here, cut them off, and destroy our enemy. I guess this will have to be enough. Our army should be stronger than theirs at this point, and they have given up their good defensive positions down here. But let's give them one more chance, stop the attack for a moment, and retreat a bit more. Come on, you can take stuff from me. It's undefended, honest. Nope, they don't want to. Okay then, that's fine. Let's just cancel all of their orders and use a field marshal level order. Now, they have stretched themselves a little bit and they no longer have the advantage of defending the mountains and so on, so we should be able to crush the troops here and get into their territory ultimately. Also, let's hire an offense expert. Super aggressive, attack, go. I know we had to give up some territory for this, but once we start winning, like we are winning up here, we should be able to lean into the blow and move past where we originally stopped. We might be able to cut them off here. Let's just do a manual attack. Extensive conscription, please. Alright, and the national focus of ideological fanaticism. The lack of research is really hurting us. I would have a lot of bonuses from doctrines and infantry equipment by now. So even the war with Romania is proving quite difficult. Honestly, I thought it would be less of a problem. But we are green all across the board up here, which is fine. We can't give them time to rest and recover. How's our gun production? Better. These guys are cut off. That's not a lot of troops, but it's something. And with what we've just achieved here, we should be able to finish them off. Now, we've eliminated like half of their army, so we don't have to resort to any tricks anymore. We'll just win. Although when we see a free spot like here, we should take advantage. Which is why I'm pushing for Bucharest. See, these guys are rushing Bucharest. The Romanians are trying to scramble a defense while we move in elsewhere. And that's how we destroy Romania. Just rush the victory point. Haven't surrendered yet. Okay, just a moment longer then. There goes Romania. I'm just going to take all states. Although puppeting Romania is usually a good idea, since they are quite aggressive. Hungary still non-aligned. I think it might be time to flip ideologies again. Communist revolutionary, please. Actually, you should have done that a little bit earlier. No matter. Now, did we lose any units? Yes, 1. So let's train a unit. Why are we flipping ideologies again? Well, we want to use the Soviets against the Germans. Germany, what you doing? Demand Sudetenland. Okay, we can't attack Hungary yet. They're not yet fascist. We have to wait until they flip, otherwise they might get guaranteed. You know what we could do? We could attack Italy together with the Germans before Italy joins the Axis. That will significantly weaken Germany later on. And I think that is what we should do. Now, the Soviet Union could be a problem. They could justify war on me, but if they do, I can just release puppets. But we'll see about that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's justify war on Italy. 145 days. And then we'll also do one on Hungary once they become fascist. Hungary is now fascist. We can justify a war on them without any consequences. Yeah, that should kind of work. Also, let's make sure we're friendly with the Soviet Union. I should not have signed the Anti-Comintern Pact, but we can kind of remedy that by just improving relations with them. Let's open up political discourse for later and improve worker conditions. Also, I should probably go to closed economy. Export focus and free trade do give us bonuses to construction and fabrication, but we have to buy steel for our guns. I think we'll be better off if we don't have to do that. Spanish Civil War over. Now, I would play this entirely differently. However, without research, my troops are much weaker than, for example, Germany's troops. With the justification on Italy complete, let's just declare war on them. And we are going to call in Germany. Okay, they don't want to join. What if I improve relations with them a bit? There is a chance that we'll lose all our territory here to the Soviet Union. But if that happens, we'll get it back later. Come on, let's call Germany. Well, that's a bit of a problem. They don't want to join the war against Italy. Well, at least Italy will not join the Axis now, so that's something. The Soviet Union is justifying a war goal on me, which might actually work to our advantage if we are the defenders, but I can also just give that territory up to a puppet. Interesting, the Soviets have declared war on Germany. I'm not going to join a war against the Soviet Union. If I leave the faction now, they might befriend Italy, but if I don't, they don't have any way to do that. I'm curious what will happen here. Luxembourg joins Comintern. Well, that is pretty cool, yeah. Belgium joins Comintern. Seems like we are disrupting Germany quite significantly. Of course, they're going to take out these guys, but they are now part of the Comintern. So the Soviets might come in and try to defend them. That should put Germany at a disadvantage. Where's my war goal against Hungary? Just a moment longer. Germany, would you like to join my war against Italy? No, we would not. So we have a curious situation now, because I kind of put myself in a difficult situation at war with Italy, but we're not at war with Germany. Germany is at war with the Comintern, and they will soon be at war with the Allies as well. But let's just do our own thing and destroy Hungary. Now, are the Soviets still justified on me? Yes, they are, but it's going to take a long time. And I can just... what territories are these? Bessarabia, Bukovina, Stanislavov, and Lvov. So what I can do is just release Ukraine, that will get these territories, and Romania, which will get these territories, and that will put me in the clear because the Soviets will have their war goal justification invalidated. And when I flip to communism, I might be able to join the Comintern myself. Unfortunately, that will put Italy back in a friendship with Germany. Hungary, take all states, please. Now, Germany is doing a war with France, and that is the moment we might want to seize to destroy them. Let us prepare. Now, let's leave one bit of an opening here. This way our troops will not all just congregate in this province. Because that's what happens if you are building front lines against your ally. Maybe it's good that they did not join the war against Italy. We have deprived them of Italian friendship, but we can still leave the faction whenever we want. Oh, I should have flipped my economy when we were at war with Hungary. We'll do that later. See, Germany does not defend our borders, because we're in the same faction. The Soviet Union, on the other hand, has strategic reasons to be unfriendly towards me. Oh, more communism, that's fine. We want to flip anyway. I guess I could discredit the government to speed up the moment of a possible flip, and let's do some war propaganda. I could use the extra war support. Now I can flip any moment I want. National referendum, please. We are now communist. Still in the Axis. Now, Soviet Union, would you like to be friends? I mean, you wouldn't, but by how much? Strategic reasons, that is the territories that you want. I'll just handle that with puppets. So now we wait until the Germans attack the French, and we flip sides. We have effectively blocked Italy from joining the Axis. I wonder if they will join right at the moment of us leaving, or not. We'll see, I guess. Make sure to be aggressive. Are you moving towards my border? Oh no, you're not. You're just shuffling around. That's fine. Wait a minute, you're moving into my territory? Oh, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We'll deal with you later. Although I might have to delegate an army to deal with these guys. Okay, Germany attacked France. It would be a good moment to leave their faction. Just wait a moment until they're at war with everyone else. They are at war with the French, but the French have secured the border, more or less. I wonder if they're going to secure it against Italy as well. We're leaving Axis. Now that might prompt Italy to join the Axis. I don't know. What I do know is that we want to quickly join the Comintern and get in on that war against the Germans. Activate all the orders. You do not want me in your faction because of strategic reasons. Oh, and because I'm at war. That's unfortunate. Then again, if Italy joins the Axis, we will be at war against the same enemy. What if I quickly justify a war goal on the Germans? 20 days. Yeah, you know what? That might be the quickest way to get into the Comintern. Let's do that. Italy joined Axis. That's fine. So I'm going to be at war with the Germans immediately, and that should let me into the Comintern. Ask to join faction. There we go. They have agreed, and we want to join the war against the Germans. That will kind of order 66 us, because these troops will take some territory, but I have a plan for dealing with that quickly. Also, the Soviets will help. We have joined the war against the Germans. These troops can be a problem. I'll try to, take care of that. And the Germans don't have any troops in our borders, so we should be able to take quite a lot of their territory very quickly. Actually, once you're done here, we'll try and take out all the spots of German resistance in our territory. Yeah, the Soviets seem to be helping a little bit, and I'm moving quite quickly into Germany. As you can see, they did not have any troops here. They moved their forces to the French border, which lets us move in rather quickly and get quite a lot of territory. Now, they will mount a resistance soon, but they are now fighting France, us, and the Soviet Union at the same time. And remember, they don't have Hungary on their side or all the industry of Czechoslovakia. And the Allies want military access. Sure, deployed an extra army. Let's give it to General. And you guys just aggressively garrison my territories, by which I mean quickly deal with the German resistance. I think it's going quite well. France has secured their border against the Germans, so I think France will not fall at all. What is our war participation? It is 50%, but dropping slowly because of the Soviets. That's absolutely fine. And we're getting closer to Berlin. Expeditionary forces from the Soviets. Sure, why not? The German troops in our territory are about to be pacified, and then we can move on towards Berlin with these troops. Okay, everything seems to be working out great. And of course it would be much simpler if we actually had better troops. Let's go to closed economy. I'm gonna need all that steel. You have done your job. Let's send you over to Berlin. September 1939, Polish troops invading Berlin. Some alternate history. We do have a huge reserve of guns, which is perfect, and we do have a moderate reserve of manpower, which is why I'm going to service by requirement. Fall of Berlin. Poland takes Berlin, September 39. I still have the most war participation, which is good. That means the Soviets won't be able to steal that much stuff from us. I think we should be successful in preventing the fall of France. Legionary Bulgaria joins Axis. Okay, let's retreat this army. Send it down south very quickly. Yeah, they're gonna get into our territory, but the Soviets are helping, and my army is on the way. Yugoslavia did not get involved at all, and we are halfway through Germany. Are the French doing anything? I don't think so, but at least they are occupying the Germans, because they do have to secure both front lines. And we have taken Hamburg. Are you in Bulgaria? Quite well. Bulgaria is not strong enough to be a threat to us. Everything is looking all right. Even France is pushing back against Italy. Now, once we take out Germany, Italy is pretty much a formality when we have all the allies and the Comintern on our side. We have lost 500,000 people, which is acceptable. Compared to the real-world casualties, that's nothing. If you are curious about real-world casualties, well, let me just say that the fascists and the communists together killed 25% of all Polish people. 1 in 4 Polish people was killed by them. And the beauty of fascism and communism, and Bulgaria is taken care of. We are running out of infantry equipment, but we're also running out of Germany, which is nice. Anybody want to send me Lend-Lease? Okay, Germany, shouldn't you be surrendering now? Once we take Munich, possibly Stuttgart, they should be surrendering. We have ran out of infantry equipment, and we are running out of manpower. So I think it will be prudent to switch to balanced now. So far so good, we're still making progress. Although I am really missing that technological advantage. Now, if we could just push with everything and get Munich... Well, you know what? Maybe I'll try that. You push with everything and take Munich, or München if you prefer. It is well defended, but the front line is long, so there is a chance. And force attack on this one army only. I don't think it will succeed, but we have to risk it. Because if it does, well then, we win. Communist China capitulates, and we're focusing all our efforts on Munich. We have taken Munich. Okay, is that enough to make them surrender? Almost enough to make them surrender. Pity just a couple more victory points, but I think we can make it happen. It did work on Munich, it might work on Nuremberg as well. Attack from all sides. Oh, actually, attack from here primarily. If we can surround them like this, that will be even better. They just abandoned this province. If they did, Nuremberg is as good as ours. Yep, it's ours. I mean, not yet, but in a moment. Oh, they're trying to retreat to Nuremberg. It's ours. Okay, now they should surrender. 99%, goddammit. I was pretty sure that would be enough. Yeah, we have to be patient. We kinda ran out of steam because we don't have guns or people anymore. Oh, the Allies are actually doing something. They are invading Italy from the south quite aggressively. Good job, Allies. Oh, Essen, it is an actual victory point. So let's move you guys to Essen. For Rome. Well, that was quick. Good job, United Kingdom. Although that might give them a bit too much of a war score, 20%. I still have a lot. We should be able to get whatever we need at the peace conference. Germany has capitulated. To me. Cool. Now, Italy will surrender soon, and the war will be ours. And here goes the peace conference. Okay, what did the Soviets do? They have puppeted the Netherlands. Didn't the Netherlands join Comintern? Weird, but I'm fine with that. What we want to do is puppet Germany and Italy. We puppet Germany, and we puppet Italy. Okay, that's too much. We'll just puppet them with a small bit of territory. South Tyrol. Okay, that's a cheap one. Works for me. Take all states. Untake South Tyrol. Puppet Italy. Untake all states. This way we'll get quite a lot of manpower and industry once we annex them. And peace conference. As you can see, Poland rules supreme. Italy is now my puppet. Germany is now my puppet. Both members of the Comintern. But we still need to defeat the Soviet Union. How are we going to do that? Well, the best option for us would be for the Soviet Union to be at war with the Allies. I'm going to try and make it happen by getting Finland guaranteed. We're going to justify a war goal on Finland. If the Allies guarantee Finland, then when the Soviet Union inevitably attacks Finland, we should be able to step in and, destroy them. On the other hand, do we need the Allies against the Soviet Union? I don't really think so. I think I'll be able to defeat them myself. No, some help is always useful. So what's next? Well, we want to annex Italy and Germany. We don't really have enough convoys to do it. We will have to do it through building factories in their territory. I'll just send you guys to the Soviet border. You will be useful there later on. So let's start Lend-Lease and, send them everything we can, all the convoys and all that. We will get all that back when we annex them. Now, did the Allies guarantee Finland? Not yet. I hope they do. We could just attack some people if the Allies don't want to guarantee anyone. But we don't really care about, attacking the Allies. We just want to take out the Soviet Union. Belgium joins the Allies. I'm going to need to do some focuses so that I get access to construction repair. I didn't think I would need to. But it's not going to take too long. I'm going to need a lot more divisions to steal all their manpower properly, so let's create a tiny template. We are going to be stealing German manpower with it. Germany has 2.5 million and Italy has just a tiny little bit. Probably should have just annexed Italy. I'll try it. Yeah, it's fine. And what will happen if you want to join the Axis and there's no Axis left? Soviet Union declared war on Finland. Did Finland get guaranteed in the meantime? Yes, it did. Let's cancel my justification. This should put the Soviet Union at war with the Allies. That is, of course, a war that I am going to completely ignore and not join. The Soviets are now at war with the Allies. Perfect, and that is exactly what I wanted. Whoa, what's going on here? For a brief moment, I thought the Germans have joined, but it's actually the Netherlands, which are a Soviet puppet. It's fine. People's United Provinces. Oh, that's what it was called. Ethiopia capitulates too. Yeah, see, it's safer with Poland. German independence going down. Now I could order 66, the Soviet Union. I'm not sure I want to. Because, I don't have to do it every time. Let's lower the German independence. And deploy these guys. They have 0 units, but 4,000 planes. That's going to be useful when I annex them. Oh, actually, we're doing way more with building than with Lend-Lease, but, both help. I guess it's time to prepare a German template. We'll just take a big infantry division. We're only doing that for manpower. All of you guys switch to Infanterie Division. That will free up some Polish manpower, and I will send back all the expeditionary forces from Germany, because it can sometimes get buggy when you annex a subject and you have expeditionary forces from them. And we can now annex Germany. Let's see if we've used up all their manpower yet. Yes, we have. Okay then. Goodbye, Germany. Manage subjects. Annex. I actually got a couple of tank divisions from them, with equipment and everything. Germany's taken care of, but before we do anything else, I still need to annex Italy. Yeah, we are slowly becoming an industrial powerhouse. I think it would be prudent to outfit our guys with support equipment. We can do Great War tanks. I don't think that's a great idea. We're actually going to screw over the Soviet Union quite heavily. See, they have a lot of their troops in the Netherlands, which they can access through my territory. But once I leave their faction, they will not be getting supplies there, and they will lose quite a lot. So let us modify our template. I will add engineer companies, signal companies, support artillery, and support anti-air. We'll see how well that works out. Well, let's make an Italian template. Whatever really, Divisione di Fanteria should be good. These small guys will switch to it. And here comes the Italian manpower. It's not a lot of manpower, but annexing them will still be worth it because I'll get a lot of planes and ships. Yeah, it's gonna be a slaughter here once I exit the faction. They will have no supply. 100 units will die. Good. Soviet Union annexes Tanutuva. Not that surprised. And we are almost ready to annex Italy. One more day. Here we go. Italy is now mine. See, I was thinking I don't actually need to have a support company researched to be able to use it if I annex subjects. Because if they were using a support company, I can still have access to it, even if I haven't researched it myself. Like logistics here. I could use this template to gain access to the logistics company. Alright then, so I have used the fact that one of the templates, actually more than one, had a logistics company in it. This way we can actually use it without having to research that company. And it turns out we have 8,000 motorized. That is enough to outfit over 800 units like this. Now let's unpause and see how well we do on equipment. We need 8,000 artillery and 3,000 support equipment. That's quite a lot. Okay, I guess I can make that support equipment thing happen. Artillery will be difficult, so let's switch the template again. I'm just going to do pure infantry with support. It's almost as good. Much better, but we do need support equipment still. I think I should be able to produce enough of that. Yeah, looks about right. Now, planes. Let's disband all of them so I can distribute them better. We need 10 air units for 10 armies. Also, I have quite a lot of ships. I guess the only reasonable thing to do with them is to stack them all in the Baltic Sea. How much close air support do I have? I have 1,400 air support, more or less. So let's add 100 close air support to every army. That will leave us some for reinforcements and have a nice round number. 100 close air support for each of those. Now, how many fighters do we have? That would be like 3,000 fighters, I think. 300 fighters each. All the German and Italian planes. We have a lot of fighters, apparently. That's 3,000 just here, and we still have more. Great. The Soviets cannot compete with that. Now, bombers. 700. That would be 70 per army. And we do have some naval bombers, but I don't think they will be necessary. Why are you guys not moving into position? Well, maybe when I leave the faction they will. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm going to leave the faction now. Leave faction. There we go. We are no longer a member of the Comintern. The Soviet troops over here should be leaving our territory now. And I'm gonna need a war goal. 20 days. Works for me. Goodbye, Soviet Union. Now, I don't think they'll be able to resist our initial attack because they won't have enough troops here. So I'm going to go aggressive and activate all the orders. Now, theoretically, I can rejoin the faction briefly, which will confuse them, but it's not really necessary. I don't think they can mount a successful defense in those 20 days anyway. Let's not do any faction shenanigans. We're strong enough to just beat them anyway. Although, how is our equipment situation? Yeah, the support equipment thing is a problem though. Yeah, I would probably be better off modifying my template so we don't use that much support equipment. We are using 60. I'm going to cancel the engineer company. Yeah, with this change we have enough support equipment. I might re-add the engineer company later. We'll see. Our justification on the Soviet Union is complete. Let's not delay any longer. Attack. Now, there we go, green everywhere. See, because most of the troops were probably in the Netherlands, and they're not gonna get all that supply, oh no. Now I am expecting the British to invite me into the Allies, which would be quite helpful, mostly for them, but we can do it either way. The Eastern Front is green everywhere. And the Netherlands have been called in. We can now push into their territory, and there's a lot of Soviet troops here, but they don't have supply, so we're going to destroy them quickly and easily. Yeah, the casualties we've inflicted are not that great, but it doesn't really matter who does all the work. What matters is that we win in the end. Speaking of which, this is looking more or less okay, isn't it? How are the planes? Perfect. Air superiority all across the board. The Netherlands have been defeated. Let's send more troops to the Russian front. Now this is going to take a while. My computer is a bit slower now because the recent changes I had to do reset my overclock and I didn't really have time to meddle with that again. Nevertheless, it shouldn't take too long. Also, where is my invitation to the Allies? Generated too much world tension. Well, I guess I'll give you military access and non-aggression pacts if you want. We can be friends. Guys, stop your moves, go into Crimea. The front lines always get wonky over here, so I have to do this manually. How are the logistics? Alright, looking good. And some encirclement too. We're actually progressing way faster than I thought we would. Keep in mind, we have no doctrines and no bonuses from any research whatsoever. But we did trap a lot of Soviet troops in the Netherlands, which certainly helps. Looks like the Soviets cannot resist the Polish might. Moscow is now Polish. Next stop, I guess Stalingrad. What's our participation? 56%. Well, I guess that's about right. After all, the Allies did fight the Soviets for quite a while before we joined. Stalingrad is ours. How about Leningrad? Ah, Finland took that. That's fine. You can have it. Unfortunately, the Soviet Union is vast, and even though we have taken all the most important victory points, it's still gonna take quite a while before they surrender. I guess it's time we redid our orders, because we have a lot of troops stuck on the Finnish border. Everyone aggressive, go. Let's see, how is the automatic air superiority working? It is actually working great. I should be using it more often, but usually I just forget I have planes. The Polish People's Republic looks kinda symmetrical, right? Kinda looks like a hat, doesn't it? Center here, symmetry. Even Italy is reflected by this. Nice. 97% towards capitulation. And we didn't even break a sweat. Not even out of manpower. Let's have a look at the casualties. We only lost 500,000 people. How many did we kill? We killed 1.7 million. But mostly we're just pushing them because they can't resist our strength. And there goes the Soviet Union. We do have the most war score. I suppose I could puppet them, but nah, let's just take territory, shall we? That's it. Okay. Polish People's Republic. Looking good. Ah, they liberated Kazakhstan and some other stans. Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan. That's fine. We took all the rest. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. No technology whatsoever researched. Just if you want to verify. Okay, so that's how you do without technology. See, research is useful, but not as useful as flexible foreign policy. So that is it for today. I think we did pretty well. There was some difficulty when we were finishing off Germany, but all in all, it was quite successful. Of course, I would have been much stronger if I was allowed to do doctrines, for example. My industry would have been better and so on. But I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Of course, we could switch back to democracy or we could take on the Allies, but that was not the aim of this video. Let me know how you like this one, and if you have any ideas for future videos, of course, share them in the comments below, because I'm still not sure what I will be doing next. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.